Morning campers, welcome back to Train Simulator 2015. This should be the second part of this video, probably released on the same day, or is it just part of the same video, one of the two. We are back in the U-boat, an old Seaboard Coastline locomotive DLC that just came out. And we are looking at the second of the three scenarios in this one. So we are going to set to forwards. In my mission right now is to couple to some cars on track 14. So let's actually, before we start moving, check and see where that break of cars is. This is 14. So these are the cars I need here. There's me. Let's make sure we are going to be switched on to that. We are not currently going to, so let's fix that. Make sure I can get out onto that line here. Ah! Trixie. Back up. Yes, I do. That's a good thing I checked on that. That would have been very unfortunate had we just rolled right out to there and derailed. Oops. Applied the power a little bit too soon there. You saw the cab quivering. Let's dim the lights just a little bit. Bring our locomotive to a stop here. Reverser to neutral, and let's go into the top-down map view. Get us switched back out onto the proper. There we go. That has us onto the proper siding here to pick up our cars. Switch it to reverse. The train brake, or remove the independent brake. And accelerate once again. Let's bring the train brake back up. Using the air brake to stop us from moving once we couple to the other cars. Because unlike in real life, the locomotive in Train Simulator instantly couples to the air brakes of the cars you are coupling to. Because of course none of them have their handbrakes set when you couple to them in the game. There we go. Great. First cut of cars has been attached. Proceed to yard 11 for the next cut. Let's bring that to neutral so I don't go anywhere. And look at the top-down view once again. Alright. Which one of these is 11? It's 14, 13, 12, 11. So 11 is the last one before this that goes off out to the right here. Yes? Yes, good. Doesn't skip any numbers. Excellent. So we're going to move forward until we are clear of that one. Pressurize the air brakes. And forward, please. Alright, this track here is the one we have to clear before we can back up. We are nearly there. Let's start applying the... I'm in a bridge again. Start applying the brakes. Because we are now definitely clear. Stopped. Power handle, or the reverser to neutral, not the power handle. I have been playing too much with the Northeast Corridor maps and locomotives. That should be the one I need, right? This one, yes, that is the right one. That is the right one. Okay, perfect. Let us reverse. Depressurize the brakes first, then we can reverse. go. And oops. Last cut's been attached. Check out the cage on the back. I've heard she's a beaut. Great work. You're clear to highball north. Over and out. Alright. Back into the cab. Let's check out the caboose. Oh, lovely. That's a nice little lighting effect. Almost like there's really a lantern in here with me. Anyway, back into the cab. Before we set off, let us check and make sure we are clear out of the yard. Show task. Departure north. That is the right track we'll be on. Take it. And it is. Alright, we are good to go. Let's get this thing moving. First, let's depressurize the brakes. I did that again. You would think this is my first time playing the game. But no. Headlights are still set properly. Is my caboose light on? Good, it is. Alright, so we're a little bit behind. We're going to roll out of here maybe about 30 seconds behind schedule. Because I was maybe a little bit too cautious in linking up all the cars. Slight reflection glitch there on the dials. Nothing to worry about, I don't think. Am I going to be switched onto track 2 at some point? Or what? Glad I checked that. That could have been awkward. Alright, so hey, if you're playing this one, make sure you check that switch before you roll out of the yard. Very glad I checked that. Alright, cool, so we are clear out of the yard now. Let's actually just go ahead and double check all of these. It'll switch me onto that itself. Right. Good. That's all of the... Oh, I'm speeding. Tiny bits of speeding. Haven't lost too many points just yet. Oops. We should go up to 20 here in a moment as soon as the caboose passes this right here. 20. There we go. Good, so that's not a 15 then. Now we should be clear up to 40. Excellent, and that is a 45 zone. Perfect. So we can just go ahead and accelerate our engine out of here. Oh, neat, there's an opposing train coming into the yard. Or a stopped train that we're passing. It has no lights on, so I can't tell. He's right at the signal, so I assume he's going into the yard. Take this thing up to line speed at 45. A little bit behind schedule somehow. Hey, look, another opposing train. Very cool. Oh, another railroad crossing as well without a whistle post. So I assume I might be in a quiet area, so I might also lose some points for sounding my horn at that station. Oops. Still green. Running at just under 59 miles an hour, and speed limit is 60. I don't want to accelerate too hard, or I'm afraid I might start speeding again. It's cost me a lot of points already, this scenario. reduce our throttle back to notch 1. It's very interesting what is going on with the glare on these dials. It's the only real problem with this locomotive that I've noticed, other than the lighting system that once again causes me a lot of heartache with the frame rates. It seems to be handling the headlight on dim at least. If I turn the headlight up, it gets a little more upset. Yeah, lost some frame rates there. Much better. I've got yellow signal here, so we're going to drop down to about 25 miles per hour. If that indicated I would be getting switched off of this track here. Going on there. We saw nothing. We saw nothing. Ah, creepy people. At least they're not walking through each other. That's an improvement over previous versions of this game. And they aren't walking through any of the scenery. And let another train pass in an upcoming siding. Alright, so let's get back in the cab. If I'm not mistaken, I got switched onto this track in a previous scenario. Actually, in the video I did last week, I got switched onto this track for no apparent reason. All it did was slow me down quite a lot. And here we go, off onto this little siding here. And let's stop right there. All the way in? I look all the way in. Yes, I am. Awesome. Not by much. Though that's probably why my train is exactly this length, I guess. I'm 6 minutes late. Wow. So I didn't do particularly well in this scenario, but it was pretty fun still. I guess if you're better at sticking to the should be the red ball. Yeah, I got a score of 0. So between the speeding and the time penalties, I just scored absolutely nothing. Lovely. So that's a pretty strict scenario, but still pretty fun. I'm going to go ahead and jump in and do the second half of the scenario as well. So just stick around. And we are back for the second half of this scenario. Freight train has passed. You're clear to proceed north. Oh, that was a freight train. I assumed it would be a passenger train. We are back in the cab of the same locomotive we just left. This is effectively the same scenario, just broken into 2 parts. Supposedly this one will take us another hour to finish. So on the bright side, it has reset how far behind I was, so I've got a whole new opportunity to get behind. I love how all the stations look on this route. They are incredible. I'm speeding already. Because I am a true professional. And true professionals speed. Speed like bandits. Right there through the station. Show off the train just in case you weren't around for part one. Our lovely, see, it's got the same weird reflection thing going on with the those windows as well. Our lovely caboose, or brake van. Brake fan. It's a brake van. Van's the brakes. It's a brake van, as referred to by our British compatriots. Think safety. Interesting. So don't hold down the sander button or the sander handle freaks out. Let's get up to line speed 60 miles an hour on this track. So you really get to cruise down this line at a nice clip. Let's check out our task list for this while we're getting up to speed. Going by via Fort Lauderdale, Broward. Should be there about 8:19. Still on the track to hit that on time. Going through Papano Beach, Boca Raton, Boynton. And looks like we'll be stopping at Begonia Park Junction. So 60-mile trek tonight. Let's check out what that looks like on the map. So the far end of the route, right where this ends. So this is basically a full run of the route from the first scenario to the second. You can start right down here. Airport. That's the airport. So we started at the yard nearest the airport. Hialeah. So not the yard nearest the airport, but close to it. And we are heading up to the far end of the track. So these two scenarios take you the full distance of the Miami to West Palm Beach route. We are back in the cab of our Seaboard, not Seaboat, our Seaboard U36B, also known as the U-boat. Pretty iconic old locomotive from the days before CSX became CSX. This was right after Atlantic Coastline and Seaboard Airline merged. They became Seaboard Coastline and used this lovely paint scheme that is entirely gray at night because it is night. So of the 3 scenarios in this pack, 2 of them are at night. So, you know, some people like night running. It's a good pack for you if you like night running. Very strange things happen to these dials when you're in shadow. Just kind of pulsing the air brakes here to keep us from picking up too much speed. So we are on a slight downhill bit coming off that bridge. We have to stay under 45 going into this area. We do have another train here. Lovely. And we are in the 45-mile-an-hour section. See how that looks from the caboose. Nope, from the caboose. There we go. 5 is the caboose. Got it. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Another train passing mere inches from your face. Oh, am I on red signals here? No, that's just the back of another signal tree. Whew. approaching the end of this scenario, just pulling into the last station now. We just received an instruction to stop as soon as we clear this station. Apparently this goes to single track past here, and there's already a train on its way down, so we are going to just pull up here. That was, up to now, let's see, just over an hour of constant driving. Mostly at 60 miles an hour. Not a bad scenario. Very, very quiet, very easy. Nice and calm, which I like. It was a very relaxing scenario. Lots of opportunities for very cool little photo ops, because this is a lovingly crafted route. But not stressful at all. And as you can see, we're, what, 10 minutes early? Yeah. And coming to a stop here. And that is going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you decide whether or not you wanted to pick up this DLC. I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes out of Steam Workshop for this thing. This is a gorgeous locomotive. The sounds are great. A little bit buggy on the glass textures, but, you know, I think I can live with that. As you saw, it looks fantastic on this route, and if you can grab it at the sale price, which is good for probably a couple more days, I don't know the exact details of it, but there will be a link in the description below. Grab it for the sale price is well worth the money. So, thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time.